Okay, so this is going to be your warm-up. This is going to be a simple warm-up. So today we're going to be focusing on our legs for our form and stuff. So we're going to be doing some suicides or ladders or whatever you guys want to call them. I know in basketball they call them ladders, but I know here we call them suicides. So I'm going to be calling them suicides because that's what I'm used to. But anyways, suicides. Basically they're sprints. So you want to mark out a couple spaces in your area. So this is going to be my area where you can see. So from this wall to this wall is going to be my area. I'm going to need to mark out some spots. And as you can see, I don't have that many, that much room. So I'm going to need to lessen the load or whatever. So that means I'm going to be doing less, but you guys should be able to get what I'm getting at, I guess. So I personally do 5 markings. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, so we start off the first marking and then we go to the second marking. So let's say the second marking is here. So first marking, second marking, and then we do some sort of exercise. Then we go to the first marking again, then the third marking this time, and then we do some sort of exercise. And then first, fourth, some sort of exercise, first, fifth, and then some sort of exercise. And then you go all the way front, first, fourth, first, third, first, second. So you always go back to the first one, and then you get to the next marker every time. So after you get to the 5th one, you go backwards. So you count all the way up to 5 and then back down. Okay, so hopefully you guys have some markers. If not, that's perfectly okay. And by markers, I don't mean like the drawing kind. I mean by placeholders, I guess, so that you guys know where to run or walk or skip or whatever to. As you can see, I don't have that much room. So if I just take one big step, I'm basically in the middle of the room. So I'm only going to be doing 2 markers. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 markers, I guess. But so 3 markers, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to be doing kicks on all of them. So this is my first one. We're gonna just not do anything here. We're going to run to our second one, which is basically the middle of the room for me, but for you guys, I hope it's a little farther out. If not, it's perfectly okay. Just try and do this in a more spread out environment. So I first run to the first marker, then I go to the second marker, and I do my kicks. So in this form, there are many kicks. There's the pump jump front kick, there's the pizza kick, there's the slide up side kick, and those are the kicks. So for each one of them, there's I don't know the actual terminology of it, but I'm gonna call it the base kick because the pump jump kick is a modification of the base kick, which is a front kick. Again, that's not the actual terminology. I'm just using that as sort of a placeholder word. So the base kick is modified to become a pump jump front kick. So the base kick is a front kick. So front kick can be modified into a jump front kick and then into a pump jump front kick or whatever. Same with the side kick. So slide up is the modification, but the side kick is actually going to be the actual kick. So we're going to be doing kicks like that. So we're not going to be adding jumps, we're not going to add ups, we're not going to add slide ups, we're not going to do pump jumps, we're not doing any of that stuff. We're just going to be doing regular kicks, base kicks, if you're using my terminology for some reason. Again, that's not the right terminology, I just don't know the actual. So for this drill, we're going to be doing 5 of each kick on both legs. So 5 front kicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those are 5 front kicks with our left. Now we are going into our right. So 5 front kicks, regular front kicks, no jumping, no skipping, no spinning, no nothing. Just regular front kicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, just regular kicks. Same with all the other kicks. So no spinning, no jumping, no slide ups, no nothing. But what you do have control over is what height you actually want to kick at. So if you can't kick super high like this, that's perfectly okay. You don't have to kick head height or anything like that. You can just do regular height. If you guys want to practice some sort of leg control or something, like you want to control your balance or something, you can do it slowly, like this. You can practice your reach chamber, which we will be talking about later in the video. And you can also practice controlling what height you're doing it at. So we can practice controlling our balance. We can also practice controlling our height. So we're gonna do that with our pizza kicks. So pizza kick, like that, that's pizza kick. So that's one, but now let's change up what height we wanna do it at. So that was a medium kick. Maybe this time I wanna do a low kick because I wanna bring them back to the ground. So I do a low kick like that. Maybe I'm fighting someone and their hands aren't up so I can hit them right in the head. So this time I'm gonna do a high kick. So high, like that. So those were 3 kicks at 3 different heights. You guys can control that on your own. So I just did medium, low, high. Maybe this time I'm gonna go low again. So low, sorry, that was my wall. So low, and then maybe I wanna do another medium kick like that. Again, that's all up to you. You guys can pick whatever height you wanna do it at. You guys can do the exact same height as I did. You can also control the speed of your kick. So if you guys wanna control, if you guys want more balance control, you can do it slower, like this. And if you guys have a marker near a wall, like I do right now, you guys can actually twist your body, put your hand or body on the wall, lean against it, so that you guys can actually control your speed and actually try and balance and focus on where my toes are pointing, where my balance is, stuff like that. So that was 2 kicks. Maybe I want to do a couple more. So do another slow balance kick like that, making sure my hands are up, stuff like that. So 2 more pizza kicks. Maybe I want to do another high one. This time I won't be doing it as slow because I want it to get a little higher. Yeah, so that is 5 pizza kicks and then 5 side kicks. So again, anything you want, you can do is based on speed, based on height, keeping your balance as long as you can, stuff like that. So that was all 5 kicks on my left leg. Now 5 kicks on my right leg. So I haven't been doing a lot of kicks on my left leg, which is your right. But yeah, it might be a little worse, but that's just another reason to practice on both legs. That's why I want you guys to do both legs on this exercise, so that you guys get the control of both. So this is going to be my last marker because I don't have any more room, but I hope you guys have more room so that you guys can do 5 sets, 6 sets, 4 sets if you have less room than that, but please don't go anything less than 4 because that won't really have an impact on your progress. So as I'm doing this, let's talk about our physical and mental goal, which is going to be, I'm actually going to move to the middle so that I actually am in view of you. So our physical and mental goal today is actually intensity and anger management. So what is intensity? So intensity, I like to think of it as showing your intent. So if you intend to do something, that is showing your intensity. That is kind of how I perceive intensity. I might be completely wrong on that account, but that is how I perceive it. I think we're on roundhouse kicks now, so we're gonna do that. So intensity, showing your intent. So what showing your intent is showing your emotions, showing your anger, stuff like that. So if I'm trying to show someone that I'm angry, I need to show it. I need to show it with my body language, my eyes, my words, stuff like that. That's showing my intent. Like, I intend on being angry. So if I'm doing that, I want to put my eyebrows down, point them down, so that they can see in my eyes that I'm really angry. If they want, if I want to show it even more, maybe I'm clenching my fist like this, things like that. That's how you show your intent of being angry. Sorry, it's really hard to balance while talking, but yeah, that's how you show intensity. Now, our mental goal is anger management. So anger management, if you guys don't know what that means, is managing your anger. So there's many different ways to do it, but I'm just going to explain the definition for now. But anger management is basically managing your anger, and like I said, how you try and perceive it and how you want to control it. So you're trying to control your anger to make sure that you don't do anything too rash before you think things out. Like, I know that when I'm angry, I can lash out on many people even if I don't want to. So let's say I'm angry and my mom's saying, come downstairs, bring down the laundry with you. And I'm so angry and I just lash out at her and I say, I don't want to, why don't you do it since you're the one who's doing the laundry? That's not something you want to do. That's not good anger management, because you just took it out on someone even though they weren't the cause of your anger. So you need to be able to control your anger even when you don't want to, or you know that, even if you don't want to, you have to be able to control your anger and not be able to express it on people that don't make you angry, like your mom, your dad, something like that. And that's going to be the end of our physical mental goal, as well as our warm-up. Again, I only did 2 sets, so 1, 2, because I don't have that much room. But if you guys have more room, please do more than 1, 2. Do 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. However much you need to do to be able to have good solid technique. So that means being able to kick and rechamber. That also means being able to do your kick and keep your balance. Make sure your toes are in the right position. Your back is straight. Your toes are pointing your kicking toes are actually pointing the right direction, because if you're doing a front kick and your toes are pointing like this so that they're right at the target, you're gonna break your toes and that's not really good. Same thing with your side kick. If you're going to side kick and you're kicking with your toes pointed that way and you're just kicking like this, you're gonna break your toes, so you wanna pull them back so that you're actually doing a side kick and you're hitting with the heel of your foot, which is basically the bottom of your foot. Same thing with your pizza kick, making sure that they're coming the right direction. And again, I've had some helpers send me some videos, so later on in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys some examples of some solid kicks, and yeah. Okay, so I know I haven't been saying this a lot over the past couple weeks or months probably, but make sure that you guys are stretching. I know I've been lazy with it and I haven't been stretching a lot because I've been wanting to do these videos really easily and really fast so that you guys can get it really easily. But make sure that you guys stretch, because number one, it helps you guys kick higher, and if you guys can kick higher, you guys can kick people in the head, and that looks really, really cool and is really, really effective. And it will make sure that you guys don't get hurt. So if you guys stretch, it will make it less of a possibility that you'll pull a muscle or something. So make sure that you guys are stretching and being stretchy people, I guess, more flexible. I don't know what I was going for there, but making sure that you guys are stretching so that you guys don't hurt yourselves, and maybe you'll be able to kick someone like me in the head, and yeah. But anyways, we're going to move on to our form. We're gonna do just one basic run through. We're gonna do it one time only, the whole thing, and then we're gonna dissect a couple things. Yeah, so our feet are together, dragon form 2, sir. We get into our left guard stance, so our left foot is in the front, right foot's in the back. We do a touchdown, like so, twist and punch. For this one, make sure that when you guys do it, the punch is vertical instead of horizontal. Vertical, which means up and down. Then you get into a cat stance. A cat stance, you guys have heard this explanation plenty of times. If you guys haven't, go to a past video. I'm sure I've explained it sometime in the past month. Excuse me. But yeah, that is going to be our lead into our front kick, into another twist and punch. Then we turn our foot so that it's almost all the way pointed towards the back, but you don't want to hurt your knee, so you don't want to point it all the way to the back. But after that, we're going to put our foot into our chamber, like so. Sorry, I'm off balance right now. And then point our toes all the way to the back. And then we do our pizza kick, like so. Then we do a make an X, like so. Back fist, make an X, hammer fist, slide up, side kick, back fist, palm strike, then a pump jump front kick. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I thought I was doing this wrong for a second, but I'm pretty sure I did that right. Yeah, so we just did that. That was just a basic run through. I just told you the moves, I did it with you. And if you guys need some more review, pause the video, maybe you watch it again, and then come back and be able to do it one more time. Now, we're gonna add in a couple of the Zenith members, that's the helpers. They're gonna be adding in some videos so that you guys can see some other students. Well, I think it's only one other student being able to do these sort of kicks on their own, and we're going to be basically focusing on a couple things. I'm not going to be narrating over the videos, it's just going to be probably silent, but that's okay. Just pay attention to what they do. So, when they do their side kicks, they, well, any kicks actually, they are focusing on reach chambers. So, reach chambers are the third part of our kick. For every kick, there's 4 parts. Up, which is our chamber, out, which is there, back, and then down. So back is the reach chamber. So you want to bring it back so that you guys can put it down. So if you guys don't do that and you overcommit to your front kick, which is backup mass, you won't be able to land back to where you started. So if you're trying to push someone away from you, what you're going to do is you're just going to lean forward, and you might get punched in the face, or someone might try and grab you because now you're closer to them, or something like that. And that's not what you want to do if you're trying to push someone away from you. You want to get away. So you want to have that reach chamber so that you can bring it all the way back, and then you can run away. So, yeah. So I'm going to add in 2 Zenith members videos so that you guys can watch and see them demonstrate their kicks and how they have a reach chamber, like so. And yeah.
Chamber, kick, reach chamber, down. Chamber, kick, reach chamber, down. Chamber, kick, reach chamber, down.
Okay, so I hope you guys saw what they were going for, which is they were actually bringing their foot back in the same position that they kicked out with. So if the front kick, which is a really good example, it's a really basic one, you just bring it up and then you kick out, then you bring it back in. So as you saw with me and hopefully with the other kids when they were doing their front kicks, they brought it back to the exact same position as they did when they did that front kick. So the first part is going to be the same as the third part, like that. So hopefully you saw that with the Zenith members, which are your role models. Same thing with the side kick. I hope you saw it with that angle that they did, but when they did that side kick, they brought it back to the same position. So if I'm doing a side kick, I bring it up so that my butt is pointed towards the target. I kick out, and then I bring it back in, same position as I was in before. And then same thing with the roundhouse kick. Hopefully I don't have to show you that, but yeah. That's what I want you guys to practice. So if you guys have the time and you want to be the best that you can be and have that good kick and be able to show it off pretty well and be able to hit something hard if you have to, practice this on a wall like they did a couple times. So maybe 5-10 times at a time, and then take a little break, and then let's say you did this at lunchtime, maybe before dinner you do it one more time, and then before bedtime you do it one more time. And if you guys don't want to do it only in one day, you guys can do it 2 times in one day, so 5 times before lunch, 5 times after dinner. And then you guys can do the same thing for the next day. So let's say you're doing this on Monday. On Tuesday, you guys can do this 5 times after breakfast, 5 times after lunch, 5 times after dinner. And then same thing on Wednesday if you guys want to be dedicated to this. If not, that's perfectly okay. You can do this as many times as you want, but that's the drill that I want you guys to do. I want you guys to hold on to a wall, or if you're doing a front kick, don't hold on to the wall because that won't really help you in any way. But yeah, making sure that you guys are doing these front kicks. And if you guys are doing the wall, which means you're holding onto a wall, you guys can do this as slow as you want because the wall is actually catching your balance. So I can take as long as I want and actually focus on, is my toes pointing the right way? Are my toes pulled backwards so that when I kick, I'm actually kicking with the heel and not breaking my toes like this. So I hope you guys saw that from their videos and from me explaining it. But yeah, I hope that's all good and dandy. Practice your kicks, so make sure that you have those little details as in your chambers, your reach chambers, where your toes are pointed, stuff like that. So I don't think I actually went into where your toes are pointed, but I did last week. And for front kicks, they should be on a 45-degree angle so that you're opening up your hip. For side kicks and roundhouse kicks or pizza kicks, whatever you want to call them, they should be pointed the opposite direction of where you're kicking. So let's say I'm kicking over here. I want to point my toes that way so that they're the opposite and they're making a straight line. So pizza kick and side kick, my toes should be always pointed the opposite direction. And that is going to be it from me. I hope that was all good. Yeah,